Hi, this is Dr. Busby, but you should feel free to call me Amy. And this first podcast is just to serve as your orientation to the course, since we're going to be working together for 7 weeks. And because, a course in general is a complicated thing, I want to make sure expectations and policies are clear from the beginning. So what I'm going to do is basically run through the syllabus in this podcast. I would encourage you in general to make very close reading of the syllabus for your assignment 1, I believe it's 1.3, where you contact me about any questions you have or simply to tell me that you understand the document. Just to start, office hours are going to be Thursday and Tuesday in the afternoon. They're not, obviously, since this is an online class, going to be in an office. During those times, I'm going to guarantee a prompt response to email. In general, I will respond promptly to email. So I check my email frequently. You should always email me the second something comes up or the second you have a question. I would also encourage you to save the number for the Blackboard Help Desk, which you can find on ASU's website, into your phone now, so that if something comes up with the tech side, you can contact people who are experts. There are some Blackboard problems I can fix for you, but in terms of the edifice of Blackboard itself, if you're having a problem of that scale, I'm not going to be able to solve it. So if there's an issue with an assignment submission, I can probably fix it. But beyond that, I would recommend calling the help desk. My email is abusby@astate.edu. I'm always going to respond within a couple days, but in exceptional circumstances, that might lag, I suppose. So miscellaneous course policies. Be respectful of each other. There's a discursive element to this course. Some of your class participation grade is grounded in having conversations with each other as comments to each other's presentations, which I'll talk about shortly. I know that issues will come up in a class on a topic like this that might cause disagreement or sensitivity. I just ask that you be respectful of each other's views and tolerant in that discussion. I do want to see all work submitted on time, but if you don't have the ability to do so, I advise you to utilize the course late policy, which you'll find in the syllabus. And please note, I'm willing to read drafts of your work and provide feedback, but I have to have the draft via email no later than 24 hours in advance of the deadline. So that's going to be a hard requirement. If you get it to me 12 hours before an assignment, I'm simply not going to be able to give you any feedback at that point. In terms of grading, class participation, again, mostly through discussion, is 10% of your grade. Things like emailing me questions can help you as well, just showing that you're engaged and that you care about the course. There are 2 exams, a midterm in week 4. The midterm covers basically weeks 1 through 3, and a final in week 7, which covers weeks 4 through 6. There won't be any readings in week 7. Each are worth 12.5% of your grade, so they add up to a quarter of your grade. What's called your reading presentation is 10% of your grade. You have 3 papers during the semester, so due in week 2, week 4, and week 6, which are worth 10% of your grade each. And the rest of your grade is devoted to what's called the project paper and a presentation of that project paper. So I'm going to go through these assignments one by one. In terms of class participation, again, I expect you to be active in discussion, active in course activities. I expect your work to be on time. I expect you to be engaged with the course. The reading presentations you'll sign up for in week 1, basically you are going to choose one reading from the semester, only one. It can happen week 2 through 6. It doesn't matter to me which week you choose. You're going to reserve that reading in week 1, and then when the time comes during that week, I ask by Wednesday so your classmates have the time to actually get engaged with the discussion I expect. You are going to post a 3 to 5 page presentation, which includes a summary of that reading, your response to the reading, so your analysis of it, your reaction to it, and 3 discussion questions for your classmates to answer in that discussion that I expect. You can also, instead of a 3 to 5 page paper, post an 8 to 10 minute video or an 8 to 10 minute narrated PowerPoint. The keyword is narrated. If it's just slides with no audio, that will not be good for your grade. So again, please submit those by Wednesday. That expectation is in the syllabus. In terms of the papers, I will be supplying the prompts. You are able to develop your own questions, but you have to get my approval if you do by a certain date. Papers are going to be 3 to 5 pages long based on the questions I provide, unless, again, you get your own approved. Papers should be double-spaced, Times New Roman 12, and utilize 1-inch margins. That is true for every assignment this semester that involves written work. You should aim always to provide clear argument from the beginning, grounded in concrete textual evidence, meaning quotes, and I expect that work throughout the paper. So this is not going to be summary. This is not going to be book report. This is going to be clear, precise argument. That's what I'm looking for in these papers. And again, that will be weeks 2, weeks 4, and week 6. All assignments, except for the presentations due on Wednesday, are going to be due on the last day of the week. So usually that's Sunday at 11:59. For week 7, our weekends on Friday at 11:59. So do keep that in mind. The midterm and final have the same format. Each has 5 fill-in-the-blank questions, which is it adds up to 20 points. Each has 5 short answers, so that adds up to 50 points, and then a 30-point essay question. The one thing I would flag in advance, that essay is not a 6th short answer. You should not treat it as such. That essay will require more work. You might actually want to do the essay first. The exams will be timed, and once you start them, you have to finish them. So you have to be able to budget 90 minutes somewhere during week 4 to take the midterm, and somewhere during week 7 to take that final exam. In terms of the project paper, which is the big remaining thing, it's an 8 to 10 page paper. You're going to submit a proposal for a topic. That will be during week 3. You are going to submit a draft of that same proposed topic, again, an 8 to 10 page paper, in week 6, and then the final copy, the final paper is due at the end of week 7. So you are going to get 2.5% of your grade just for the proposal and just for the draft, both. Those are completion grades, so as long as you turn in something, you will get those points. And the paper itself is worth 15% of your grade. I will also require a presentation of the project paper. During week 7, again, 8 to 10 minute video, 8 to 10 minute narrated PowerPoint or a short paper, and I do expect discussion of each other's presentation. This course is pretty small, so that's going to be quite possible for you to really at least comment once on everybody's presentation. You're not expected to give discussion questions or anything like that. These presentations are simply recapping your argument. So what did you say in your project paper? What was your topic? What did you learn? That kind of content would be in this presentation. So it's a slightly different presentation. There are 2 extra credit papers, one in week 3, one in week 5. Those are the only extra credits I give. I will not give extra credit after these, and I will not give extra credit in addition to these. They are optional, obviously, and just like the regular stuff, you'll have the full week to complete those during weeks 3 and 5. Just some miscellaneous other stuff. If you have registered with Disability Services, please do let me know, and I'll make sure you get whatever accommodation you're entitled to. If you have the need to contact Disability Services, that information is both on our website and in the syllabus, so please do so, and they will get you set up. But I can't give you anything unless you are registered through and recognized by Disability Services. In terms of academic integrity, I should warn you in advance, I happen to be quite good at catching plagiarism. I don't enjoy catching plagiarism, and you won't enjoy it if I catch you, but that is the truth of the matter, so don't cheat. I would rather see poor work of your own, not that I want you to do poor work, but poor work of your own would certainly be preferable to a plagiarized paper. So those are the policies. Any questions you have, please email me. The readings for the course are also outlined. So again, weeks 1 through 6, there's no reading in week 7. So consult the syllabus for those. And remember, week 7 does end on Friday, not Sunday. So I look forward to working with you. And the next podcast will deal with basically the week 1 readings. So we'll move forward to that.